to another session of Yumi Digital. So we'll start off this week with the topic of search engines, but specifically on SEA. If you remembered last week, we talked about SEO and search engines, but today we'll concentrate more on what is an SEA. So yes, the show is always presented by our friend Aaron from AJC and myself, Jean-Pierre Watt from NEXT Ltd. So yes, without further ado, let's start. So Aaron, what is an SEA?
Thank you, Jean-Pierre. So SEA is a short form of search engine advertising or advertisement, and it is essentially a way of pushing your website to be ranked on top of all the other best performing websites. So what happens is that it is a form of payment or paid advertisement that you pay to, for instance, a search engine like Google. So you can pay them so that Google can display your website on the first page of the search results, but mainly on top of everything else. So Google pushes your website to the first page. Yeah. So that's essentially what happens when you use SEA marketing, is that you pay for the advertisement, and Google pushes the website to the first page of the search results, not only the first page but on top of the page. So you're more likely to be seen as soon as someone starts searching. Your page will show up on the first results.
Okay, so like when every time we do we search for something on Google, the first how do we say, link?
Yeah.
The first link that comes up.
That's ranking. That's how Google will rank your website. So it will show you as the first result.
Yeah.
But you need a lot of work. So like last week we talked about SEO. So you need a lot of work to put into that in order to rank high.
Yeah.
But if your website is not performing that well yet on Google, you can use the SEA, which is what we're talking about today, to push your website to go on top of all the other best performing websites
to
on the
optimize.
Yes. So it really helps to show you quickly, because if you're only using SEO, then SEO is like a long-term strategy.
Yeah.
With SEO, it is like a short-term strategy. So you can pay now, and Google will push you to show you up now. But it's like it is a short-term strategy.
Okay. And but what are the different types of SEA?
Yes. So with SEA, there is a few different types of SEA services that you can use. And today about SEA we're talking. We're mainly focused on Google SEA tools because Google has shown to be the best performing search engine globally, has a higher percentage of users, and more people are using Google than all the other search engines. So today we're talking about SEA, but mainly focused on Google SEA tools. So there's a few SEA tools that you can use on Google, but I've picked 4 on Google that are the best performing ones so far. So I picked Google Ad Search, that's one. And
Google Ad Search?
Yeah. And I picked Google Ads Display, that's second. And I picked Google Ads Video, third. And I picked Google Shopping Ads, so that's fourth. So these are the 4
different types of
SEA that I've picked. So I think it's what I would recommend for people to use. So that's why I recommend.
So is it, how do you say, is it easy? Not easy, but like simple?
it is simple. It does require you to seek advice from some professionals to help you understand which one you should use for your business or for your services, your products. So you need to talk with an expert or a professional to help you understand which sort of SEA marketing tool you should be using for your business.
Okay. So why did you pick those Google Ads?
Yes. So as I said, I picked those because I think we will pull up some results on the recent research that has shown that these 4 SEA marketing tools that I've picked were the best performing SEA tools that, especially Google, that were having very high percentage of people using them, and the results, the conversions, you had really good results and impact on lots of business, which is why I picked them, and I think it will work well for people here in Vanuatu as well.
Okay. So using these these Google Ad service will help us more to gain viewers on our link.
So it will really enhance the visibility. It will really help you drive more traffic to you, and it will really help you get potentially also to get more clients to your business.
Okay. So if you guys want to see how Google Ad search looks like, here's on the screen. So as you can see, it's the blue. Well, not every time in Google when you search for something, it's usually blue when you click on it, and then it's purple, I think.
Yeah. So I'll briefly talk about. I'll briefly talk about each of the SEA tools that I picked.
Yes.
So I think that if we just to give you an understanding of what each of them, what are their purposes, why did I pick them? So I think I'll talk a little bit about Google Ads search first of all. We'll start from there. So Google Ads search is a form of when you search online, it is a form of text that pops up, for instance, like a description or a keyword that when you search online, that's Google Ads search. So when you click or when you search for a keyword or anything online, the first few links that pop up, it's only mainly links and description or the keywords that you specifically search for. That is Google Ads search. Like we will show a screenshot of what that looks like. So this is what that is called Google Ads search. It is only like a keyword. You're targeting a specific keyword or a like a specific description of the term that you're searching for on the search engine.
I didn't know that the keywords. I thought that the keywords you use for your Google Ads, that's the words that pops out first. But no, that's the description. The keywords that you use.
So that's the keywords. Keywords can be a sentence or can be one word.
Yeah.
So that's the term keyword refers to a short form of. So let's say if someone goes online and searches for what is ice cream made of, so that could be a keyword. That whole question could be a keyword. But there are some things that could only be one single word. Like for instance, if someone searches for like JBL, if someone just searches JBL, that could only be like a keyword as well, like one specific word. Okay. But also a keyword could also be like a few words put together. It could also be a keyword.
Okay. So what are the different? We talked about Google Ad search.
Yeah.
And is there a different type of Google Ad search? Not search. because when we click on a link, sometimes we see images on the sides, and when you click on it, it's sometimes an animation or a service that they wanna promote.
So there is another form of Google Ads service, which is called Google Ads Display. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Yes. So Google Ads Display is another form of SEA marketing. So what happens is that with Google Ads Display, it doesn't show up when you search for anything online. That's not how it works. So with Google Ads Display, when you enter a website online, sometimes when you go to a website, you can see like some banners that are like ads that just show up everywhere on the website. So this is Google Ads Display. We will pull up a screenshot for you so you can see what we are trying to talk about. But mainly Google Ads Display is when you pay for like banners for Google to display these banners on any website that you search for online. Google will just push your banners to paste them in any website. Then when people go onto the website, your banner is going to be on that website, and they could maybe click on that. They will click on that because it's there. It's very visualize them, so you can just click on them and they will come to your website.
So they put your ad display on any website or any website?
Yes, and it also depends on the keyword that people are typing in. So if people are typing in a keyword that it's relatively close to what your business is trying to sell, or related to what your business stands for, then Google will link your banners to these websites that still sort of relate to your business. So that's how it.
Okay, and so we talked about search.
Google Ad Search,
Search, Google Ad Display, but it's not the only one,
no,
right? Because
I believe there's two more that I recommended.
And what's the third one?
So the third one that I recommended is called Google Ads Video. So Google Ads Video is when you, I believe when you're watching a video on YouTube. I remember Computer Wall uses this a lot.
Yes.
So if you go into YouTube and then you watch a video and then you see an ad of Computer Wall pops up in your video on YouTube. So the thing is that YouTube is owned by Google. So that's why they push their ads on. When you talk about Google Ads Video, it's mainly referring to YouTube. When people are on YouTube, if they watch something on YouTube, a video or anything, your ads will always pop up on the videos, and people will always look at the ads. And so it is a way of reminding people or just putting more about your business or your brand. And because there's a lot also Google, I think recently YouTube was the second largest form of search engine online on the internet. So Google search was the top, then YouTube was really just following. So many people don't just search on Google search bar, but they also go to YouTube and search for things. So Google and YouTube are like very
they
close
see more
to each other.
video ads.
Exactly. Because in YouTube people go and search and find look for tutorials and all these things or watch anything on YouTube. But then that's why Google found out that you can also advertise your business, because there's lots of users online on YouTube and watching videos, and so you can just easily pay for this Google Ads video, and then Google will just push your ads to pop up in videos when people are watching videos online.
That's the every time I see the ad on YouTube of Computer World. There's a countdown on the right side. 3, 2, 1, and then you can skip the ad.
Exactly. So this is Google Ads Video. This is another service that Google. So with Google Ads Video, it only works with. So for instance, Google Ads Video works well with YouTube because YouTube is owned by Google. But podcasting services that are linked or working together with Google, that Google can also push ads to them as well. But I think mainly Google is focused on YouTube, to push these ads.
Just more people spend time on YouTube than
Yes.
watching videos than searching.
Yeah. So they found that Google has the second highest search keywords online.
Interesting. Okay, so we talked about we just talked about video ads. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, but one last one, I think.
Yes, I believe there is a last tool that I recommend, which is called Google Shopping Ads.
Google Shopping Ads.
Google Shopping Ads. And this is really good for anyone who has an e-commerce platform, like an online shop.
Oh yeah.
So this would be a tool that I would recommend for anyone who is selling their products online.
Yeah.
This is the perfect ad services that you can use from Google, which is called Google Shopping Ads. So to elaborate more on that, so Google Shopping Ads is essentially another form of ad that Google provides. So you pay for this ad, and what happens is that when people search for any term or any keyword that relates to your product. So for instance, if I sell a type of shoe, but shoes is also part of your keyword. When someone goes online and searches for the word shoes or sneakers or anything, Google will push your products to the top results. But then what happens is that it doesn't just show your product, but it shows like the image of your product, short description, and also like the price of the product. So this is Google Shopping Ads is very different to the other ones. So as you can see with the Google Ad search, Google pushes it to the top, but doesn't show any images, only shows the text. The text. So that is Google Ad search. Google Ads video, Google shows the videos, but mainly on YouTube. Google Ads display is mainly like banners. People pay for banners to display on a website or any sort of people who want to link with that. But with Google Shopping Ads, when people search for you, you will shop on the top results, but you will shop like there will be an image, price, the name of the product, and maybe a short sort of size or sort of medium, large, anything like that relates to your product. So that Google shows a bit more with
that's good. Ads. They help you sell your product online.
Yeah, because when people look at the picture, it can be more attractive for them. So they can actually be like, oh, wait a minute, look at the shoes, I like it, or look at this hat, this shirt, and they click on this shirt because they see an image, and so that appeals to them to click on it and to find out more about it and potentially check out and pay for the shirt.
And in the same time, they check out the other products that you sell.
Yeah, exactly. Then as soon as they enter the website, they'll try to go and find out other things that they also have. So yeah, there is that. So that is Google Ads shopping. It's mainly for anyone who has an e-commerce or online shopping website that wants to promote their products or what they sell.
Okay. So yeah, we talked about the 4 Google Ads that you recommend.
Yeah.
So if you want to start an SEA marketing, Aaron suggests you to use these 4 search engines tools. So if I wanted to start SEA marketing, how much time do you think I should spend on
it doesn't really require time. It's more the investment. Of course, I think you need to like take time, because what happens is that you will need to take time to check on the results in terms of like the Google Analytics, where you go into and you see like how many people have clicked on the link, how many people have
Yes.
been to this page, how long they've been there. So you need to spend a bit of time there just to understand the behavior of the users when they're on your platform, so that you have a better idea and understanding of which page they're interested in, which link most people click on, and which product people like the most, and but how long they spend on each of these pages, or how long they sort of just browse through in general and the page. So this is for the Google Analytics part that you need to spend a bit of time just to understand the behavior of your users that enter the platform.
Okay. So, do you think people spend a lot of money on
So what happens with that? That is a good question. So in terms of the cost, it really depends on first of all, it depends on your target audience.
Yeah.
So with Google Ads services, so for example, in Vanuatu, so to give you a clear idea of Google Ads, like how the cost works, is that keywords like I explained earlier. When you, because what happens is that you are bidding against other people who are paying for the same keyword. For instance, if you sell products that it's like a shoe or shirts or whatever, a phone or anything, other people also sell the same product. They will also pay for the same keyword. So the more competition you have with that, the higher the cost will be. So then you need to bid, above the other people who are bidding. So invest. But in Vanuatu, because we don't have many people who only Computer World is using Google Ads.
I think it's the most ranked.
And I think we have a lot of keywords that is sort of not, I wouldn't say free, but it's not being used. So if you bid on it, it will be cheaper than if you're competing against someone overseas. Because in the Western world, there's loads and loads of businesses that are bidding in these keywords, whereas in Vanuatu, no one is using Google Ads, so these keywords would be cheaper. So just to explain a bit on that, I think it really depends. So I know that with some keywords, you will spend up to probably let's say probably like $100 US. That's for like let's say that's for a month. So if you pay for that, which $100 US, I think it's probably going to be like 11,600 something Batu. That's how much you will spend on the ad. And what happens that this whole month that you pay for this,
you'll have your ad popping up.
Google will push your ad like this whole month. And every time someone enters wherever you're targeting this ad to be, Google will always push your ad to be the first on the search results, so for the whole month. And it is proven that it really does give the visibility very quickly to the users who are searching online, so they can easily spot you on the first page of results. And also it depends on your long, so it really, the cost will depend if you're looking for just like a short-term visibility or a long-term. So the cost will really depend on if you're just trying to get people's attention in like a short-term strategy, if you just want to want people to see you with this week or something. But then if you want like a long-term, then of course that's when you will invest more money into that, so that Google will keep displaying your ads for like a month.
And what's good with Google Ads too is that for example, after 1 month, you can see the analytics, right?
Yes,
it's free. I think.
Yes,
the analytics is free.
So Google provides that. That's another plus with Google, is that Google provides you with free analytics to know and to understand the behaviors of the users that are interacting with your website. That's a very good point. It's that the fact that you can access that and understand the behavior of a user
That's
is very, very important.
Sure,
And it's free. It's free.